Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm baffled by all of this. Upon receipt, or upon your appointment of the directorship of OPM, Director Archuleta had stated that she was committed to building an inclusive workforce. Who would have thought that that would have included our enemies? In this testimony here today, we heard statements that we did not encrypt because we thought they might be able to decrypt or decipher. That is just baffling to me. There was another statement I heard earlier today that said, had we not established the systems, we would have never have known about the breach. That's tantamount to saying if we had not watered our flower beds, we would have never seen the muddy footprints on the open windowsill. I mean, this is absolute negligence that puts the lives of Americans at risk and also foreign nationals that interact with these Americans. Of particular concern are the SF-86 forms, of which I'm very familiar with my background prior to coming to Congress. We had Sean Gallagher from Ars Technica who summed it up probably best. He said that this breach was a result of inertia, a lack of internal expertise, and a decade of neglect. Director Archuleta, why did you not shut down 11 of the 21 systems that had no security assessment and authorization?
Microphone. As I mentioned before, there are numerous priorities that go into employee safety and security, including making sure that our retirees receive their benefits or that our employees get paid. There's numerous considerations that we had to take.
Would one of those considerations be encrypting Social Security numbers? I mean, does it take a degree in IT and cybersecurity to encrypt Social Security numbers? I didn't think so. Did your cybersecurity strategic plan include leaving half of OPM's systems without protection when you formulated it? Was that part of the plan?
No, sir.
Then why was it not made a priority?
That the systems that the IG referred to in our plan is that those systems that he recommended that we shut down. He recommended that we shut them down because they were without authorization. All of our systems are now authorized and they are operating. I have to say that we are looking at systems that are very, very old. And we could take a look at encryption and other steps that could be taken, and certainly we are doing that. But as we look at this system, we're also having to deal with decades of
well, and I understand that, but I also understand there's an old saying we had in the military, poor is the workman who blames his tools. Missions can be accomplished even with what you have, and measures could have been done had this been made a priority. And what I see now is, why did OPM have no multi-factor authentication for users accessing the system from outside OPM? There was no multifaceted means. If they get into the system, they have free reign. Is that correct?
We have implemented multi-factor, as Ms. Seymour has mentioned, multi-factor authentication with our remote users and are working now.
And when was that put in place, before or after the breach?
This began in January of 2015.
Okay, so stolen credentials could still be used to run free in the system, is that correct?
Prior to the time of the two-factor authentication, obviously it takes time to implement all of these tools. I am as distressed as you are about how long these systems have gone neglected when they have needed much resources, and it's in my administration that we've put those resources to it. We have to act quickly, and which we are doing, and we are also working with our partners across government. As I said before, cybersecurity is an issue that all of us address across the
Was a priority made to
federal
these
government.
outside systems that were most vulnerable that would allow this type of free run?
I'm sorry, sir, would you repeat the question?
Was a priority made to these outside accessing systems to OPM's database that once they get in them, they have a free reign, a free run?
Yes, it was a priority, sir, but as I said before, our legacy systems, it takes time.
It didn't take our enemies time. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.